here in Garrett. I'm your teacher for technical drawing. I'm so glad you're going to be in the class. There's a few things I want to say. Once you look at the syllabus and you see all of the supplies, don't freak out. You don't have to have them all. It's just something I suggest. You don't even have to have them all for the first one. All you need is a ruler, pencil, Micron or Sharpie, and maybe, depending on your eyesight, it would be a really good idea to go to the grocery store to get some glasses. Okay, so that's it for that. And then maybe a little bit of tape would be good too. So don't freak out when you see that. But I know as artists we have a lot of stuff at home, and you can borrow things, so markers and watercolor drawing pencils, everything like that for when we get into rendering with color and making your boards real pretty. Now, the next thing is that a lot of you have had Illustrator and Photoshop, and some of you have not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to do all of this technical drawing manually at first, and then those of you who are the wizard guru illustrators on software, we're going to go ahead and let you do it how I'm going to give you some support videos to go ahead and do it that way. So anyway, don't get stressed out if you don't have all of that knowledge in your past. You should have had Fashion and Illustration 1, but even then we can work through anything, okay? This is supposed to be a good time. Before we get started, okay, so the first week, I know that all of you are getting going with all of your classes. Everything's new, and so I am starting off with a tracing project. I have gone ahead and made the project, put it together. This class has a lot to do with presentation and boards and precision, okay? I'm going to check on your precision. So let me show you. If you'll go, here we go. To do well in this class, what you're going to do, every module, there's 1 to 10 modules. Okay, says it's working. Okay, 1 to 10 modules. So go to module 1, look at it, watch the lecture video, that's me, that's what we're doing. Watch support videos if there are any, and then read the assignment, follow the instructions, and submit before Monday at 7 a.m. Okay, if it's late, then it's -20. If it's late again, then it's 0 points, but it's still due. So this week, I have put together fashion details. Pretend this is a presentation board. So if you go to the assignment and you look under the instructions, you're going to see zipper pulls, what are those, tassels, zippers, stuff like that. And what I did was I took all of those elements and I arranged them very nicely for you because I know you're getting situated in school. And at this point, you're going to trace this because I know you're like, well, that's no big deal. Yeah, it is a little bit of a big deal. So I'm going to show you why and how to do it very nicely. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to change the camera angle and we're going to do this assignment together. Your best bet is to always look at the assignment on Monday when you submit before 7 a.m. Just go ahead and make it a habit to read the assignment for the next module. That way you'll know how much time that you need to commit during the week. And lots of my projects are, if you start on Monday and you just read what is due by module 2, then that's all you have to do on Monday, and then coming up after that, so then you'll know how much time to commit. And then each day, if you do part of the project, first of all, it's just fun, it's not stressful, and procrastination is always stressful. So do a part of it on Tuesday, part of it on Wednesday, and so when you set up your fashion illustration bag, that's the way I do it. I just have my bag, so if I have to go somewhere and I'm stuck, I still have my bag, I pull it out, I do whatever I can do, and then I feel great about myself. So that's the best way to do it. I'm going to change the angle here real quick, and you can look. Okay, so what I did was, I took this copy. This is a PDF on Module 1. You can go ahead and do this too if you'd like. If you want to rearrange them in another way, that's up to you. But remember, this is a by hand project, not by computer right now. I only taped it on the corners, on this side and this side, because it makes it easier for me to lift up the paper and see what I'm doing. Now, ideally, you should have tracing paper or some kind of paper that's much more see-through than this. I'm not at my studio at the moment, so this is what I have. But what I'm going to do is start off. You can also put this on a light table if you have a light table, or you can tape it to a window. That's what I would be doing right now if I weren't trying to put this on the GoPro. So I would do that so I could see very, very clearly. I like this ruler because it's see-through. It's the fashion ruler anyway. And we're going to start off with a nice border. Let me show you some mistakes people make. Remember, this is all about precision. I'm going to go ahead. I can see through there. I can see where it starts here. I can see where it stops there. So I'm holding this down. Here's a mistake people do. They just go all the way to the edge, and then they somewhere wiggle, and then they go, oh, and then they just sort of do like that and leave it. It's ridiculous. Here's the right way to do it. Put it on there, hold it carefully. You can see through your ruler that follows the line nicely. Clean, I'm pressing, goes to the corner, not off the corner, not past the corner. And then, now this is a simple border, but your borders are going to get much more beautiful as time goes on. You can look on the Bright Space to see some of the board presentations that are pretty. So see how much nicer that looks than that and this right here. Okay, so at that point, we are going to go ahead and work on, let's say, a pocket. Yes, this is a straight line, so I don't want you to do it with by hand if it's a straight line. If it's a straight line, it has to be drawn with a ruler, precisely, okay? If it's a curved line, you're going to have to work on that, meaning you can turn your board like this to draw your circles, and they have to be very precise. So I do little lines. What you don't want to do is this right here. You don't want to be a scratchy line person. Okay, it needs to be clean and smooth, and we need to make this wonderful and beautiful. So when you're all finished with the pencil, and let's say, let me see here, through here. Now this is going to be a curve, and I'm going to make it a beautiful curve, nice and clean. Oh, let me show you another problem. Sometimes when people trace, this is, let's find an easy one here. Okay, so this is a straight line. Don't do it by hand. You're going to want to, but don't. And then, so this purse has to, it ends right here. So people will trace and they'll start right. They'll get a nice curve. It has to be symmetrical. You don't want it scratchy. You want it clean. So you'll clean it up in a minute with a pen. But they get almost to the end and then they stop, so there's a gap. You don't want to have that. So after you've done all of this in pencil, you've erased the things that you don't like, let's say, and it's all pretty and it looks like this, but it's in pencil. And then you're going to come back along on here. Now pretend this is pencil. It's all drawn in and lightly in pencil. Then you're going to get your pen, probably a .01 micron pen would be great, and you're going to trace your lines. Don't go over it, it might smear it. So like I said, this is going to take time. So my plan for you would be Monday, turn in your stuff, watch this, get the few little things that you need. Tomorrow, Tuesday, go ahead and do this line. Wednesday, this line. Thursday, this line. Friday, this line. Saturday, this line. And then all you have to do is trace the whole thing on Sunday. All right? So you're going to need to be very, very, very precise when you trace. And don't hold your pen in one spot too long, because it will make a blotch. So anyway, that's what you're going to do, and then turn it in prior to Monday morning, 7 a.m. Okay. So I'm not sure if I can see you or you can see me at this point, but I just wanted to say I hope you have a good week and I'm glad you're in class.